Do you ever wonder how you can create YouTube videos a lot faster? And how can you make many more YouTube videos in a shorter period of time? I'm going to share with you these insights here in this video. All right, so a lot of people are interested in production. How much can I get out? And especially if you're a brand new YouTuber and you're just trying to get started. You know, I've been on YouTube for a handful of years, and this is actually my second channel. But if you're trying to get it and make it in the YouTube space, you want to produce many more videos, especially at the beginning. You're trying to output much more content to figure out what area, what specialized topics, what keywords to target, and just to get some data on visitors, viewers, and search results. Now, it's difficult to output that much content or a lot of content if you don't know how to do it. So for example, if you go out and start to film a video, I'd have to set up my camera, I'd have to set up my lights, I'd have to go ahead and do quite a lot of things in order to actually start the filming process. And before I even get there, I gotta think of the video, plan out the video, and go ahead, then record it, edit it, and upload it. So there's a lot of things that you have to do, but the number one trick, the number one secret is to go ahead and cut the slack. And what I mean by cutting the slack is you take out a lot of the external factors that you need to do to actually get filmed, to go ahead and get filming and get your video to completion. So for example, you might have noticed in some of my videos where I have a little pop-up that pops up like this. All of a sudden, that helps me cut the slack from doing this in post-production. Now, I looked at things a little further. Well, how can I take this even further? Well, in order to do that, I can go ahead and cut the slack further. Do I even need to edit? And the short answer is no, I don't. So we went ahead and cut that out. In some videos, we do go ahead and do some editing just because there's some coughing or something that happens where, oh, okay, I got to cut out this little bit. But otherwise, in the majority of the videos that I create, there is no editing involved. I can go ahead and hop over to other screens, like say for example, hey, we're going to go ahead and hop on over to this screen, and now you can go ahead and see me right there on the screen, and I'm sharing the browser. I can hop over here, put my face in the corner, and hop back, and this allows me to quickly create kind of a dynamic feel that we're switching screens, switching moments, switching areas, even though I'm still kind of staying right here. Now I also have a little control panel here. Using some stream decks, again, I can pop out different things. So they're already preset. So if I can go ahead, I can do pop-ups like this. I can pop up something like this. I can even pop up one of these, don't miss it, and something like this. So thank you for your support. And there's many more things that I have that allow me to create other videos, and these are called assets. So by assets, I'm talking about, let's say, hey, I want to go ahead and do a numbers video. So if I'm doing a top 10 list, I could go ahead and say, hey, well, number 1 is this. Number 2 is this. So we go ahead and create these assets way ahead of time. So that way, when I go ahead and do the filming, I can go ahead and just put these assets on screens. There's even sales videos. So for example, a sales of, hey, for a limited time, 10% off on this book or this product. So when you look at creating YouTube videos and you're trying to output a lot of things, a lot of great content, see how you can cut the slack. From setting up the equipment, if you can leave the equipment there, you're cutting the slack from setting things up. If you can go ahead and cut out the planning process, I mean, of course you have to plan out the video a little bit, but for me, I just use a couple of bullet points because everything's already in my head. But if you got to write out a script, see, can you cut out the script and make it more live, shall we say? That may save you a lot of time. And then when you're going in to do the video and filming, can you cut out the editing part and process? So by cutting out the slack, it'll allow you to create many more videos at a faster rate to getting more production on your channel. So hopefully this tip gave you some big insights and some serious things to think about. How can you do it? And the more you start thinking about it, how can you cut the slack? How can you cut the slack? The better at it you'll get. And eventually you'll get to a point where you know, taking the time to think about cutting out the slack just becomes not worthwhile because you've cut it so far that, just thinking about it, your time is better focused on, growing your business, the marketing process, and many other things. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me in this episode. Hope you found it helpful and insightful. Don't forget to hit the subscribe here on the channel or join my newsletter list where you can get a lot of great freebies, training, video course discounts, sometimes that come out, as well as books that are coming out. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.